Africa is building a pipeline of investable startups that are solving local problems.
I think there's tremendous potential on the continent. We have very deep talent in terms of founders starting startups.
One of the reasons that we are starting Accelerate Africa is because we are betting that global companies can be launched from this continent.
There's so much opportunity to be working with founders that are actually really trying to solve problems that will honestly impact generations to come.
Initially, we saw a lot of capital inflow international, and like every other market, we have taken a dip this year and last year in Africa.
This is the time where sort of Africa is going to show itself to the world in terms of the startups that we build, and the companies that we build are those that would likely be sort of category defining leaders of the space.
I believe that investment in African startups is a very practical path to finding true and scalable solutions to our problems as a continent.
It's up to the responsibility of us being locally on the ground to help build these startups, to prove to the world that we can build scalable global businesses that give investors much more significant returns than they can get anywhere in the world.
We need to intensify success, which is our mission at Accelerate Africa, but we're also going to cultivate an ecosystem of VCs who are betting on us, what we call patient capital, dedicated capital. I think those are the two things that will help catapult investments in startups in this continent.
Accelerate Africa is building the Y Combinator of Africa. That is a big statement in its own, which is we recognize that global accelerators like Y Combinator and Techstars are pulling out, and this is an opportunity for Accelerate Africa to rise.
A lot of the startups that we have been able to bring startups that are focused on real local problems. We're no longer building for Silicon Valley, we're now building for Africa, and African investors will need to participate in ensuring more solutions like this make it to the market.
We had 750 plus applications, we had 10. The ones that we accepted were across, as you've seen today, a range of sectors. We had everything from sports tech to logistics to agri-tech, fintech.
The nuances that we have and that we bring with sort of the speakers, the advisors, the community, and the founders that we look into sort of build that African solution that is needed and fundamental on the continent right now.
We believe now is the time to build our own stage, and this is really what Accelerate Africa is about.